Hello, church. My name is Mario Bolivar from Skaneateles Presbyterian Church. Thank you for watching. Today is day 5 of our second spring study called Lord, Teach Us to Pray. And today we read that special part of the Lord's Prayer that says, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And we studied this part of the Lord's Prayer focusing on the story that we find in Genesis chapter 45, verse 4, 5, and 7 and 8. In here, you see the end of the story of Joseph when he meets his family and says, everything that has happened to me, whether it's good or bad, has been for the glory of God and for the glory of the people of God. In the story, we see that all the brothers were against one. We see that all odds were against one God, one plan. See, the brothers of Joseph thought that they were in control. God says, you are not in control. And what you meant for evil, I will use it for good. And there's a lot of things that happen in our life that are like that. And that is not an explanation of why bad things happen to good people. We do not have, neither we claim that we have an answer as to why bad things happen to good people. What we profess in church, in the Christian life, by the power of God, is that everything that happens to you leads to the road that leads to salvation by grace alone. It leads to the road of redemption. See, when we say, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, we are claiming for our life that God's kingdom, that God's glory, that God's performance in our life will be for His glory. When God is in control on earth as it is in heaven, we're telling God, we're opening our life for Him to participate in guiding us to the place where we need to be. How we get there sometimes is our choice. Sometimes the bad things that happen to us are our choice. Sometimes the choice was made for us, for evildoers that are around us. We cannot control what happens to us. We are not in control. We read, and you will read in the study guide, that if you just take a glimpse of the history of this world, you know that human beings just tend to do evil for the sake of doing evil. What we claim in our faith is that God will use whatever happens to us for His glory. We are not telling each other the lie that once you become a Christian, everything will be perfect. What we're saying is that God is in control, because God at the end will be victorious. Justice, peace, love will be victorious at the end. Perhaps the most horrific and misfortune things will happen to you and me. But what we can claim today is that God is in the midst of all, and that at the end, God will claim victory on our behalf, and we will be redeemed by the blood of Christ. Trust in the words of, Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Because heaven is perfect and the world, earth, is not. And we want for God to do what He's doing in heaven, to do it here, now. That is the faith that we proclaim. Thank you for doing this study with me. Until next time, be blessed